Welcome to our Digital Entrepreneur Live Talk. Get ready to be inspired, learn with us, and take action toward the future God is preparing for you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. We are back again for another episode of the Digital Entrepreneur Business Live Talk. Today, we will be talking two topics that we are going to cover. First is, have you ever felt burnout from working long hours but still worrying about money? The second, do you rely on only one source of income right now? But of course, before we dive into this topic, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Rosalyn Adkins. I'm originally from Cebu, Philippines, living here in Maine, USA. Before I dive into this online world, starting my own business, I was a volunteer firefighter, fitness coach, and a full-time healthcare worker. On top of those, pretty much three income streams because we don't get paid in a firefighter, even it's a volunteer. Um, it's still not enough. I'm also a breadwinner, so I carry two responsibilities: bills here in the U.S. and back home. It's my choice. It wasn't nobody tell me to carry that responsibilities, but I love to help my family. And it comes to the point that sometimes it's just too much responsibilities to carry, and my income it's not enough. So it was struggling. I was working many hours as much as I can when there's an open shift, picking up overtime, but still at the end of the month it's still living paycheck to paycheck. No savings left when times like feel like I want to go home. I can't because the funds is so tight. So and also not just that, I did been through burnout as well in my life, like tired of uh, that daily grind. And I asked and I surrendered God everything, that if there's a way out that I can do, although at that time I don't have time left to look for another job. What I was praying for was to another streams of income that I can do online, that I don't have to leave the house, and I can operate a home, and then support having that another streams. But I have so many doubts as well. Like before, I don't know about computer. I was very shy. I don't have any business background. Although business wasn't my plan, but this is where God led me into this amazing community, and also having my own business. And I am so grateful to be part of this amazing business, because I thought before it's just a little business, but I belong into this huge global community, and the potential of this business is huge as well. People here are quitting their jobs, uh, helping more their family, paying debts, so many. It's not an overnight success, but as long as you are willing to put some time and effort, that's where I was praying back then. I am willing to work hard as long as I can have break. you know so I realized that like if you are watching right now and you are thinking like you have 30 years 20 years in retirement, if you are starting something that you want to commit 3 to 5 years and be able to let go of the full time and retired early, then this is the opportunity that we could share you. So that's what I was thinking back then, that I cannot wait or work same job 15 years from now. And I am so happy and grateful, and we are um, keep helping other as well. So that was really my stories, that it's just that burnout, when that burnout hit me so bad, that pushed me to be open and willing to do the work. And I know anytime, it may not be today, but tomorrow, of course, in time, I will get into that destinations of letting go of my full time, paying debt, whatever, how much like my card bills, all of that, and then living my best life, where you don't have to clock in and clock out and nobody will tell you what to do, but you do it yourself. So yeah, hopefully you get resonate some of that informations. And if you are hungry for change and watching right now, connect with us. We'll be happy to share you and guide you in this amazing journey as well. Now I'm gonna give a chance to Teresa to introduce herself and give a little bit of her why she started a business and what she's looking forward to in this journey. Hi, Sister Teresa. Thank you so much for joining this live.
Thank you, sis, so much. And I know it's been a while that we don't go live, but sometimes we have our personal reason, and sometimes lately I've been not feeling well. So I know excuses, but sometimes we need to have recharge ourselves. And yes, welcome back to our go live challenge. And today will be basic, that we share about our what we learn and what we experience in our journey. And before that, my name is Teresa. I'm originally from Philippines. I'm Misamis Occidental. I'm here in Pennsylvania, USA. Um, I work as a full time as a forklift driver, and I've been in the corporate job for more than 18 years, and the same cycle, paycheck to paycheck. And most of those years, I'm working a lot of hours, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. So I pretty much really burn out, and that's the reason why I you know looking for something. And then this online business really got me on this how to get all this burnout. And this is why the biggest also that I joined this business is because of I want my time freedom, lalo na with all those overtime. I've been in 18 years of the corporate job, and doing the same cycle every day. I don't have no purpose. And then also time is really precious for us, because lalo na pag we don't have enough retirement, and that's the reason why a lot of people doing those three jobs, because they wanna get all this retirement, because lalo na walang, it's not enough if you only have one job. Lalo na pag, I mean, if you have a good paying job, that'll be good for your retirement. But as working in a production, it's a good money. But for retirement, looking for retirement, you have to work a lot of hours just to make up this time to get your retirement money that you're looking for. And this is like, I know it's a lot of in a corporate world. We have, where you think we're okay, and yet we're not, because of downsizing of the company. We're not, there's no job security right now. So I'm glad that I found this business, although I don't have no business experience, I don't have no computer experience, but lahat po ay matutunan natin. Just like you're applying your job, always something that show you people how to do your job, training and all of that. And the same thing in here in this business. We have all the step-by-step video training that you can play, pause, or whatever, how you learn the business. So for now, it's really it's a nice it's a journey, that it's a lifelong journey in this online space. Every day we learn, a lot of mindset. Lahat talaga, marami talaga akong natutunan in this journey. Not just making money online. You change a lot, your perspective, your dreams, your open, lahat po talaga, maiba talaga yung mga your dreams. So yun talaga ang gusto kong ma-share in this live, that hopefully that what we can share right now, we can take a little bit of values in there, and then and apply for your situation right now. And I hope that you will encourage to step out on your comfort zone. So okay.
Thank you so much, Teresa. That's wonderful. And yeah, there is a lot of people out there that are watching and they're like, like in the daily grind. Same cycle where when we started. At saka, they're just so afraid to step out and also they're comfortable of their comfort zone. And guys, the best situations that what you really wish for is in outside of your comfort zone, the best, Teresa. And we observed that. We saw that changes of their life cycle in our community. And it's just a matter of making that decision for yourself. Nobody will do that for you but yourself. So now let's dive in for our first topic. Have you ever felt burned out from working long hours but still worrying about money? This happens really when your time is fully used, like when I, as what I mentioned in my introductions, but your income is still limited. You feel like you give your energy to your job, but your job can only pay you for the hours you showed up. So no matter how hard you are working, um, at the end of the shift, you are getting the hourly pay. So even if you work harder, you still have bills to pay. You still worry about about the emergencies. You still feel tired, and you still feel stuck. So really, that's why employee mindset. This is the biggest challenges that we have to overcome in this journey because we stuck into that situations. And at work, no matter how hard you work, we're so grateful for our work. But always remember, the moment you clock in, you get hourly pay. And so that's really the burnout when, like, I was in my experiences, is that's where I get burned out, like our body get exhausted, and also like your mind can't rest because the money is still a problem. So you're trying to work hard as much, but when you clock in, that's all you got. When you clock in and clock out, there is no, okay, you work so hard this week, you're gonna have bonus. There's no such thing as like that. We all wish, because if it's just a matter of how hard you work, that's how you get paid. Oh my goodness, we will be rich right now because we work hard as we can. But it's because depending on the hourly that you are getting, and how many hours, 12 hours maximum, or 16 hours, that you can't work 24 hours, but maybe in different, like if your shift, like those firefighters, paramedic, like 24-hour shift, but you cannot work every day 24 hours. So really, it usually comes from depending on only like one paycheck. If you're working one job, mine back then, it was as a firefighter. We do get paid twice a year, and then we do as a fitness coach. I do have a couple clients back then that I'm working, and then full time. But other than that, it wasn't enough. And for our audience who are watching right now, if you're depending on only one paycheck, having no backup plan is really difficult. If something happened, if you have emergency, trading time for money every day, like as what I mentioned just one time, that's why I realized when I was looking for another streams is that I said I'm gonna look for something that I don't have to leave home. um, Having the really is, it means a lot, because like I can have time for my family, or like if I want to do something for like that time off. Like the good thing is that really there is really the best opportunity that come into my life, is because kumbaga, we have the system that works for us 24/7, and then we don't have to tie into the, like kumbaga, clock in and clock out, and also put up with your workers. And so having the one, it's not bad. It's just good to have another source of income, you know and having really no room to grow, because I was pretty much stuck and stop dreaming in my work cycle. And it's not because like we're lazy or we're weak, or just It's just that the system, like we're stuck into that same cycle that doesn't really give us freedom, but we feel we have to do it because we have bills to pay. If there is so many people out there that you're working and your job that you don't like, but you have to work to be able to pay your bills. It's not that easy, and especially if you are living in a town where there's not really a lot of jobs, so you have to really keep that job. And a lot of people is stuck for like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years in that job. That's miserable. Um, that's why many people start looking for another streams of income, not because they hate their job. In nowadays our community is growing so fast, but as what I mentioned, it's not because they hate their job, it's just because they want security, choices, and a peace of mind. Because burnout isn't just about work. It's about working with no way out. That's stuck. I was stuck for a while. At least I realized sooner. I realized, I would say 6 years in the, no, 5 years. And then I realized that, if I don't do something, I'm going to be here for the rest of my life. And then when the moment I decide that, and of course I prayed as well, I pray that I have to change this cycle. But the how, the doubts, the all of the try to stop you. Remember, guys, whatever you think negatively, the I'm very shy, I'm not tech savvy, I don't have any business background. Lahat po 'yan kayang matunan. It's just like applying another job. Lahat yan kayang matunan. Meron po kaming training, mentorship, coaching, lahat. It's just, are you willing to get out of that situation and do, this is how I put in my mind that pushed me through this journey. I said, are you willing? I asked this to myself, are you willing to commit 3 to 5 years of your life than 20 to 30 years of my life? Because working in a corporate job, we are looking for a long retirement, like kumbaga 30 years, like 65, 67 years old, be able to retire. And then you still have very little money. You can't even afford to pay your house. When you come to that point and you're not able to work, you cannot enjoy. So I was putting myself that I am gonna willing to commit on top of these busy hours, on top of this full-time job, to work 3 to 5 years or more, as long as there is hope, a better future waiting for me, than stuck in a situations of 30 years from now and be miserable every day,
Mhm.
over and over. Who wouldn't want? It's just ask yourself, which choices do you want to pick? Are you willing to commit these 3 to 5 years of whatever you're doing right now and focus and stay committed, stay consistent, and just trust the process? Or are you willing to just stay where you are for 20 years, or how old are you right now? 15 years before you be able to retire. And then when you retire, or do you think you can afford the retirement that you're getting? How much is your social security or the pension? Is that enough? Are you happy? Because for me, it's supposed to be when you retire, you should enjoy your life. But instead, a lot of people went downhill. You
Mhm.
know, there is no really freedom to it. So that's just for me. I hope that stick to your mind, that ask that to yourself. If you're watching right now, ask questions to yourself. Which choices do you want to keep? Do you have anything to
Yeah,
add,
I
guys?
like that when you say that. Like, just imagine how many years you have left, and then are you gonna sit there another 20 years, the same job that you don't really enjoy? I mean, a lot of people enjoy their job because that's what they're passion for. But it's like for me, I realized that too. When I was like thinking I'm gonna be working like this another 25 years, or back then it was, I was still like on that 30 years of age, but now we're in my 40s. I just think about it. No, I'm getting close to my retirement and still don't have enough money because, it's just like we're working a paycheck to paycheck, and
Paycheck,
then
check.
I don't want to work another 20 more years, the same cycle. So on top of this, you don't have to quit your job. just do it in your side, a side hustle, like a side hustle. At first we just did it as a part-time job, a part-time doing this. it's not gonna it's not gonna like want you to quit your job right away, but at least you start something that I know you can get your time freedom and financial freedom. But you have to start, the moment you see this opportunity, you have to take action, because sometimes you don't really realize this is opportunity can change your situation until you get in. You just say maybe it's too good to be true, but if you realize that like this system really works, a lot of people that
Yeah.
change already, thousands of people. And this is like, I know at first you don't really see like, oh, this is not for me, but just look at it how, like, imagine if you just work this alongside with work full-time job, you know, this business will grow. And then you slowly like doing this as your life depends on it. It's really nice to have that, something that, like, think about what was the reason why you wanna switch this situation from being corporate to your
Yeah.
business owner. And it's nice, having a full-time job is good. I mean, you don't have to quit your job if you like your job that much, and
Yeah.
then you still want another source of income. That's not a bad thing also. At least you have something that you can rely on when your
Yeah.
job is not doing well or something. So yeah, we go for our next topic. We can share a little bit about, do you rely on only one source of income right now? And I think most of us, like, we're depending on one source of income, especially me. And then it's like one paycheck, one job, and one employer. So for me this year, last year, it was really nervous. I feel nervous that time, because we heard that our company will downsizing. And that's what I realized, like, oh my God, I wish this is my business, so I saw them earlier, so I don't have to feel worried about having this situation, like if you lose your job. I don't mind working in another job, but just to start over, and then at your age, that like 40s, to start over again, it's really hard, you know. And and also, lalo na pag walang, like, how, no matter how stable our job here in a corporate job, it still feels like really risky, because you don't know what's gonna happen. It looks like the company is really doing well, but deep inside, it's just a matter of seconds that things will change. Just like
Yeah.
in online space, everything always changes in online space. It's better or good, but there's always something that can change whatever our comfortable with. So, having just one source of income, you have to think about, what if tomorrow my full-time job will stop. So I'm gonna ask you, how long would you be okay
Yeah.
without your job? you know I heard one of the podcasts say, if just in case your job get laid off or something, you have to have at least 6 months that your money, that's funds that will survive you at least 6 months. But I think most of us, I'm not sure, but not all of us in here, but maybe.
We didn't have 2 months to
Yeah.
survive.
So just think about that, like, if you can survive without, if ever your full-time job don't have, you stop, because like I said, if you don't work, we don't get paid. That's period. You don't get anything. The same thing, if you work in full-time job, it's just like, if you don't clock in, you don't clock in and there, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
So imagine having that situation, if you don't feel good, you have to force yourself. That's the reason also I realized that too, because how many years I've been doing in a corporate job. Kahit po I was not feeling well, but the reason I need to go to work because of the bills. I got mortgage. So Lalo na talaga 'pag nagkasakit ka, I mean, I have to force myself. And then I was like, "Oh my God, it's just gonna be my life, the rest until I retired." You know, it's
Yeah.
really it's sad. It's sad because I've been here in the United States for almost 19 years, and then all I did just work, and I really don't enjoy my life here because all I did is just pay bills and I'm not worried about I don't since that I don't have no money. It's just like I don't want to spend because with some what if something happens and bills, like you don't really know what's gonna happen. So that's my life in that on those years. But I didn't regret that it happens. But for me, just to think over, that makes me feel like I wanna really focus on this business,
Yeah.
and I don't wanna like waste my time again just to be working just to get extra money. Sometimes we have to realize that most of the time we have to spend time for our family, especially now we are immigrant, we have to go back to the Philippines just to see our family, and then that's a lot of finances and time also. So if you don't get no time to go for vacation, you don't get no paid either. So there's a lot of reason why this business is really amazing because of that. We can get a lot of benefits in here. You're not just you just earn income here. The money is just a bonus for us here, but the real benefits that we get is the flexibility, the time freedom that we can get to spend time whenever we want, so, lalo na sa the family. I want to go back in the Philippines, that I'm not worrying I have to come back again because I have my full-time job. So that uh thinking, like you don't have to worry to come back right away because you don't have no boss. You're the boss of this, so just think about that, how the benefits of this business and having control of your time and everything you want to do in your life. You don't have to worry about clocking in and clocking out, or I have to go up to work, I have to get up early. What I mean? It's like that's the feeling that you want to think about it. Don't worry about uh getting there to that your what you want to dream, but just to start is the first thing you want to think about. The first step, the decision that you want to make if you want to get this opportunity. That's all
And
I can share.
and if you are in the business already, please, I would always say that if you are what you're seeing, whatever you're seeing in our community, the life changing, it happens. It's just up to you of how
Mhm.
really bad do you want, kung if you are watching right now and you're in the business but you don't feel uh, the result, or ask yourself, how bad do you want, go back to the training, treat this as your life depends on it, because it is true. If those people achieve their dreams and getting their time back, it will happen for you as well. And for our audience who are watching this, I love how you mentioned about that, sis, how long could you survive if something happened to your job right now. um, Sometimes really you can't even survive the next month because you are living paycheck to paycheck. So but really they always say that at least you can survive 6 months, but imagine if you don't even have the savings that could last for you to survive or to live for 6 months. So think of something, and the job is amazing. We're so grateful to have the opportunities that really fund this business. But always remember as well, there is no time freedom there. You will be in that job until you retire. And the beauty about this is nobody will tell us what to do. We have the same training, same platform that seven-figure earners using. It's we are the boss. What time and when we want to open our training, how we treat this business. You don't have to put up with anybody's BS, but yourself. Be the boss of your own, and you have that control of yourself. Just be willing to work, to put some time and effort in the short term period. It's not an overnight success in anything. Don't believe in overnight success. because there is no such thing as overnight success. Thank you so much, Sister Teresa. That's wonderful, and hopefully our audience get a lot of takeaways and make them think and also realize that the wake up call in your life, that it is true. There is there is no really securities in jobs, in one streams of income, especially if you have kids. Look for something else that have a system that works 24/7 for you, and you can be home, or your loved ones, and your business would still be running in the background. Thank you, Sister Teresa. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so
everyone.
much.
And if you are curious about what business that we are really talking about, kindly Google our website and register your name and email. Once that website comes up and there is options, it's a free registrations. You will have access to our free workshop. The workshop is a basic informations of how this work, but if you want to dive deeper, proceed to the next steps and then connect with us. We'll be happy to guide you. Thank you and have a
Thank you,
wonderful
everyone. Have a nice weekend. Stay
day.
warm.
I love about this digital business is that we have step-by-step training. It's global, and also we have automated system that operates 24/7.
I love that the digital business is global, it's automated, it's flexible, no need for inventory, and I love that it's very scalable and the lucrative income is phenomenal.
My digital business gives me the peace of mind that one day my plan B will become my plan A.
We earn money passively online while spending time with family.
My digital business allows me to purchase the newest device on the market, thanks to.
And the best part is, even as I'm speaking to you right now, our digital business is still running, earning passively for us 24/7. It never stops.
So what I love about this business is that the huge earning potentials, and we do not have to recruit people because we use that tested and proven automated system, so right people comes to us.
We joined the business because we want to be out of the rat race of living paycheck to paycheck.
Working two jobs is really tiring and physically demanding. Thanks to this digital business that allows me to work anywhere.
The reason why I started this business is because I have a goal of retiring my husband early. And also,
what I love about this business is the automation system that's work for me 24/7. Wherever I go,
I love that this business is flexible and automated. I can do what I love most. Look after my.
I joined this business because I want the flexibility that I can work anytime, anywhere, and my business runs in the background for me 24/7.
What I love about this business is the automation, and
I want to build a legacy now so that I can pass it on to my children in the future.
It's the automated system, the flexibility and portability. I can work anytime and anywhere I want to.
What I love about this business is I can earn extra income.
With my digital business, I work smarter, not harder, anywhere and anytime. I chase.
What I love about the business is the automation. It provides results while you are sleeping, while you're spending time with your family, and while you're out and about.
The step-by-step video-based training that they provided me, and also the fantastic.
Because of this business, I was able to resign from my stressful job and now enjoying my time with my family and building my own business.
Working 24/7 non-stop. How amazing is that? And we have this beautiful community who is willing to help you to be successful in this business. You're not alone. So come.
And we are proud digital business owners. Hooray!